everybody, I'm Sabrae.
Yatta.
I'm Sean.
And this is
No Disclaimers Podcast.
And everybody, today I want to introduce our guest first and foremost. But before I do that, make sure you click the subscribe button, the follow button, or whatever. If you're on Apple Podcast, Soundcloud, whatever it is, make sure you hit that button so you're updated on new shows that we have coming up. And today's guest, we have two lovely ladies.
Yes. Two queens.
Yes.
Queens.
We have Tania.
I'm here for it.
Tania, introduce yourself a little bit. Let people know, a little something about you, where you from, all that stuff.
My name is Tania. I'm from here. You can follow me
Which is
on
PG County.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or are you Louisiana or are you from
say,
DC? Or
right.
did your grandmother live in DC but you lived in Maryland and you went there for the summers?
Well, I lived in DC until I was 9, and then I lived in Capitol Heights.
Okay.
You from Capitol Heights?
I live in Capitol Heights.
Don't
do that. Don't do that. I mean, because,
I'm a Cap Heights veteran. I did 24 years in Capitol
Okay,
Heights.
continue, Tania.
okay. Okay. You can follow me on all social media outlets. Queen Itty Bitty.
Yes.
We'll post
Okay.
that information. You'll have it.
Okay.
And Shanae, please introduce yourself. Tell the people a little bit about you. Introduce yourself like that.
I don't have a bio. I don't know. We have to do this.
No, it's not that. It doesn't have to be that
My
deep.
name is Shanae Jones. On Instagram, I'm Shanae_Badu. I am a mother, a foodie, a dancer, and I'm very black. So, yeah.
Okay,
I
that's
get
what
it.
We here for that.
I'm here
And
for
word
it.
on the street is she makes some fire-ass chicken.
she does.
So much for no intro.
She does.
So much for that. So, all right, let's get into the show. What we want to do first? You ready?
I am ready.
You ready, Sean?
Okay.
Let me cue you up.
Ready, B?
Let's go get them. Y'all, we always hear, we in sync. Like Justin Timberlake and JC
Amen.
Shaw's is.
Blood pressure. Did you really just take it back to
What
All
about
right,
Lance?
Sean, we got the intro to the Real
Lance, no.
Nigga Report right now. We got the intro to the Real Nigga Report.
Let's hit it.
Gotcha. So, on this segment of the Real Nigga Report, we have LeBron James. I know y'all hate LeBron James on the basketball court. I don't know why. The man, he excels in everything that he does, but off the basketball court, he's a magnificent man. Family man, good husband, from what we can see. I don't know what goes on there,
He is.
between their four walls. But,
And he's married to a black-looking black
yes,
woman, but go ahead.
Okay. He's raising his kids. He's doing the right thing. But the reason he's on the Real Nigga Report this segment, because tomorrow he's opening up a school in his hometown of Akron, Ohio, the I Promise School.
Okay.
And the great thing about this school is, first of all, he's giving back to his actual community, not where he
Not Calabasas.
exactly
Right.
not where he went to college or out LA or Florida. This is where he grew up, so he's giving back to the community. He's opening the school tomorrow. It's going to have longer school hours. It's going to have a longer school year, and the great thing about the school is if you complete the program in the year 2021, you're going to have free tuition if you choose to go to the University of Akron. So that's super.
Wow.
That's
Yes.
super dope. So that gives you incentive. Say, hey, if I, complete
it
this
out.
program,
Right.
I don't have to pay for school. So it's going to start off with just 2 grades, third graders and fourth graders, and then of course it's going to build on as the years goes on. So that's great, LeBron. Keep doing your thing. We are supporting
That is
you,
so dope.
and I love that you're giving back to the community. So you are the real nigga on this segment.
Hey, oh, hell, King James. Hey.
I'm here for that. That's a good Real Nigga Report. And shout out to him. Hopefully they have a lot of African-centered stuff going on, some black empowerment in that curriculum. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So a lot of the staff members are also teachers and people who need jobs in that area. So
That's dope.
yeah, it's super good.
That's good.
I'm so proud.
All right, and now we have Yatta with Yatta. We're working on that sound effect for her intro. So yeah,
Cool. I don't even want to sound effect.
that was it.
Yeah, so right. So I only got 1 cup of tea this week, and honestly, I don't know about y'all, but I'm like high key fed up with Mama Monique she's pressing on my black nerve now. Like, I'm on all the other nerves. I'm down to the black nerve. That's at the bottom of the nerve barrel. That's it.
Okay.
Like, okay, for starters, just for her to make any type of commentary. Okay, so I don't know if y'all know, but like, it, you know, in the past, earlier this year, I believe it was, in a tweet that is now deleted, Roseanne Barr had made a comment about Valerie Jarrett, where she basically said that she looks like the Muslim Brotherhood and Planet of the Apes had a baby. Mad racist. It's fuck.
Yes.
Like, seriously, like, it's racist as shit. Any type of ape reference, any of that to black people, automatically racist as shit. Like, come on, bro. And come on, we know Roseanne is racist. Fuck these Nazi, all these. Neither way. So she made the comment or whatever, and Monique is, like, defending her. And I'm like, sis, like, you just, like, you know, you got, like, 1 foot and 3 toes out the door as it is. Like, you're saying, you borderline.
For her
you borderline revoked as it is. So you really probably should go ahead and pipe it on down. But she really, like, said, like, oh, that's my sister in comedy. And, you know, we've all said things we wish we could take back, ma'am. There's a line. And she pretty much said that, like, oh, that doesn't make her a racist. And I'm just like, well, if making racist-ass comments doesn't make you a racist, that's like saying, oh, she's not a hoe. She just does hoe shit.
Yeah.
It make you sound like a racist for sure. And she has a history, though.
Yeah,
a rich history
This
of
is not
racism.
a one-time thing. This is a one-time, 2-time, 3. Yeah,
Right.
she's crazy.
It's like a multiple, it's a repeat offense. And it's only a mistake the first time.
That's what happens when you give people that money. Since Netflix came back and then gave her that money.
Right, now she
got,
Hold on, wait. What money? They came back and gave her what?
Oh, she got a little deal for how much? What, like 10 million or 15 million or something?
I hate repeating
It
like
might have been
inaccurate.
10 million, I think.
Yeah, but
something
no,
like
she
that.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she did offer her.
I'm out of the loop.
Yeah, she did that.
They offer her like 10 million. I would look it up to be sure the figures, but it's somewhere around like $10 million for a special.
And I figured they thought that they were wrong because their first thing was basically you had to audition and this and that. She didn't do any of that stuff, so I was like, why did y'all give her the money? If this was
right,
if y'all had to give her money based on these certain bullet points, why did you give her the money now? So I guess they kind of were just like back up in,
it was
in a
it was a $10 million.
Oh wow! Yeah. Well, good for her.
No, fuck her now.
No,
wait.
Well, can I? No.
Okay,
it
go ahead,
is. Fuck
Sinead,
her.
please.
This is not about.
This is not about Monique.
Per se, or Roseanne. I'm not defending either one of them. Monique is my sister in comedy as well. But I think that with everything that's going on in this, racially charged climate, as everyone likes to call it, when these people get called out, the guy in New York was being disrespectful to the people at the restaurant. When all these bigots get called out for their comments and their behavior, I don't think that it is beneficial for them to be put on blast, for them to lose their jobs, for them to lose their livelihood, because I think that just breeds more hatred towards the people that they already hated. Yes, there should be consequences, but at the end of the day, if you are yelling at someone saying, oh, you Mexican, you need to get out of my country, and then all these Mexicans get you fired from your job and get your lease terminated on your office building, you're not going to say, oh, wow, let me be more understanding. You're going to be like, these fucking Mexicans have ruined my life further, and it's going to breed more hatred, and it's going to create a bigger divide. I don't know how to, compassion is what everybody needs, but I think that we're doing, because we have that power for that moment, we feel like we need to take something away from them, and it's not making anybody's situation better. So
what would be a consequence?
Just like there are people who are drug addicts. Some people in certain socioeconomic statuses go to jail, and others go to rehab. So, like I said, there needs to be some sort of compassion training.
Should go to jail?
No, they should go to the rehab. Because losing your job,
rehab?
Yeah. Where's that at? Because
it doesn't exist.
I just look at it like this, especially in a professional setting like that. Okay, you are an entertainer. That's your job. That's just like if I went to my job and I said some wild racist shit. Guess what? They're walking me the fuck up out of there. Point blank. Period. There are consequences for your actions, and I feel like when it's not a serious or a detrimental consequence, they don't take it seriously. So my thing is nothing short of their own attempt at growth and understanding or cultural intelligence is going to eliminate the emotions that drove them to say what they said. But I feel like when you feel that, you understand that there are consequences for your action. If you're going to be racist, you better be racist up in here. Because you saying that shit out loud and you wilding in these type of settings,
because
you
you
get
always
what you
have
get.
the option just to shut the fuck
But
up.
she's been saying
Like,
it
if you
out
never-
loud. But that's the thing.
And that's why
Now-
she's comfortable, because she's gotten away with it for so long.
So my thing about that, and that's a great point that you make, that you shouldn't necessarily lose your job because of it. It may bring more hate to the people that caused you to lose your job or whatever. But the only thing I say to that is the only systems that have power or some type of say-so in America, because that's how they set it up to where you only have power if you can reward or punish people. Like, you reward people who do something for you and punish people who do things against you. When things are said about Jewish people or gay people, people know some shit is going to happen. That's why they're very hesitant to disparage them in the media or say something that could trigger something in them, because they know that they're going to lose a deal, they're going to lose their job, they're going to do something. That's why they're very cautious. You very rarely hear someone publicly speaking ill about those groups, because at the end of the day, you speaking ill about a group isn't just like saying something to hurt their feelings. People can act on that whatever that comment, act with hatred based on the comment that you make. If you say, oh, all these black people, they just dumb, or they're illiterate or whatever, that may be like, yeah, they are illiterate. That's why, if I kill one, it shouldn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So there can be real, like, vitriol behind the comments that people make, especially about people that are in, like, a race group like black people, especially because we don't have much power in this country. So I think that we should adopt some of the things like the Jews or the Asians or whatever, what they do when things are said about them that are negative.
Fuck Roseanne.
But you
That
too.
Yeah, but Monique, I'm not going to throw her away because of this comment. I am looking at her like, don't get your money and now all of a sudden be on a coon train now. You should have not said nothing.
Oh, real quick, I did just look that up, and she said it was a hoax. She said they ain't offering no 10 M's. But either way, you know what? That's why you ain't get your fucking 10 M's. Because you know how to shut up. It's like, I would rather just not even comment on it all before I say some shit like that, though. Because right is right and wrong is wrong. And she out of pocket for making a comment like that. And she feels comfortable in doing that because she's been doing it for so long and nobody has ever checked her. There've never been any consequences for her action. And now your little reboot got canceled and all of a sudden you real humble. You want to be real sorry. It's easy to be sorry after you've gotten, experienced some sort of backlash for what you've done, like that's actually been detrimental to you.
Man. It's going to hurt her pockets.
Her pockets are just fine.
All right, well.
I don't know. Well, I feel like she needed that
So she
motherfucking
need that
reboot.
show. She need that motherfucking reboot.
But it's unfortunate for her because
other actors,
right,
it's
that's
the
what I was
camera
getting ready to
people.
say. They need that money.
Oh yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's the other people that were part of the show who no longer have a job.
Yeah.
Because of her. So it's like, shoot her to fate.
And that's why I'm saying it shouldn't be okay. You lose everything, because just like I said, I forgot the guy's name in New York. Yeah, like he lost the lease to his building. That means his assistant, his paralegal, they're now looking for jobs. And yes, there should definitely be consequences, but within reason. Like I said, this is not about Roseanne Barr. She's like super comfortable, millionaire, billionaire probably. I'm talking about the other people who are affected as a result. It doesn't solve any issue. We're punishing these people for making these racist comments, but at the end of the day, it's not putting us as a people in a better position.
I think so. When you're able to punish people for talking ill about you, I think that
it sends a message and it starts to set that precedent that maybe you should probably think twice. I just feel like all actions have an equal and opposite reaction. So I feel like when you do things like that and you really just that comfortable, you get what you get. Realistically, like I said, in any other professional setting, you would not be comfortable going up in your office, and feeling like you can say whatever about somebody's race or sexuality or anything like that, and feeling like
because that might affect your husband, your wife, your kids. They don't give a fuck.
Right. So my thing is, you can't, if you breed more hatred for a group because you made a disparaging remark about them and you got penalized for it or you felt some sort of punishment for it, that's still misguided anger, because the bottom line is your mouth is what got you in trouble. Because if you eliminate what you did, the situation wouldn't be a problem.
Gotcha.
Like,
we're here, Yatta.
That's all I got to say.
For once.
We always here.
You and I are the one that disagree.
Oh, is that the case?
Yeah,
Only
that's
when
a
it comes
fact.
to Uncle Charlotte.
So speaking of my uncle, first of all,
you just segue right into that. Golly,
people gonna stop trying to put him out there. And I know, have you guys heard of the Charlemagne controversy with his old rape case and all that?
Yes.
You're not familiar? Okay.
I don't know the details. I heard I saw the headline and I saw a clip about his wife saying, the little conversation that they had about their first encounter. And,
So
I don't know if that was what the charge was from. Or,
no.
I don't know.
So it was a separate charge. But when someone brings up old stuff, they try to bring up different clips of different things that you said 5 whatever years ago. Mm-hmm. So that was something he was describing. He was like, basically, the first time he had sex with his wife, they were drunk, so I guess that was rape. I guess the first time I had sex with my wife was rape. Mm-hmm. So the context that they left out was they were basically talking about the whole consent thing. Mm-hmm. And now consent is like, okay, we're all discovering what that really means. Because obviously it's not just, yes, I'm ready to have sex, let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Fine. Here, initial here.
Exactly. So basically they were discussing that, they found out that any drunk sex is not consent. You don't consent to drunk sex. And so he's like, well, if that's the case, then,
So who's the raper and who's the rapee?
Who knows? That's where it gets blurry.
That's
but
a confusion because if we're both drunk, did I rape you or did you rape me?
But they would say the man is because they have more of a physical advantage, I think. I don't know.
Are you calling women weak?
Whoever was on top.
Yes.
The rape
like, whoever was on top.
So it's the man because the women don't like being on top.
That's
wow.
Just want to lay on y'all back.
I am triggered.
That's not true.
I'm not doing nothing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So want to lay on y'all back. That's why it's so easy for y'all to have babies because y'all just lay on y'all back.
Anyway, that's not true. It's not true. It's not.
I would think that would be easier on top because, it's
if we took a poll,
rape culture.
If we took a poll on women who prefer to be on the bottom or top, it's going to be like 90 to 10.
That's because y'all come quick when we get on top. Anyways, rape culture.
Thank you. So, and that's another thing that you mentioned. I want to also clarify the difference between rape and rape culture. They're two different things. We're talking about rape culture. We're talking about a culture of normalizing assault or different things. Rape is actual rape. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So let's clarify that. Okay. But so he was just describing the first time he had sex with his wife. They were both drunk. So within the context of the conversation of you can't consent to drunk sex, he was like, well, I guess I raped her the first time we had sex. And it was a little satire in it. And he agreed, and which I agree with also, that he worded that wrong.
Yeah.
The thing sounded wild as fuck. But we all know that when you say some wild shit and sensationalize it, you're going to get more clicks, more views. Whoever's fault is that, whether it's the one that's talking or the one that's listening and laughing, because at the time no one had a problem with it because it didn't go viral when he said it.
Right.
I mean, it's both because now it's the outrage, but he said this I think a year or two ago, and no one said anything until this came out.
This guy. Oh, you know how we did. It's just like Black Twitter, man. You can't say nothing, and then you come back and contradict it. Black Twitter going back to your first tweet, but you had said they already got a screenshot in the drafts ready to go. That's how Meek lost his battle.
Screenshots kind of like the worst invention. I mean, they like good and bad.
Yeah, technology is the gift and the curse.
Yeah,
screenshots. So
I don't know. That's a whole.
Wow.
That's a whole nother thing. But so basically, it came out now that his DNA was not found in the woman's rape kit, meaning he did not rape her. Like
this one I don't get. How long does it take to find that out? Why are we just?
It was already
already out.
Yeah. That's why.
But when you accused of something, even how they did Nate Parker when the Nat Turner movie came out, he was acquitted. And people still called him a rapist.
And that's why it's so because once you are associated with that, it doesn't matter if you did it or not. That stigma, it stays attached to you.
That's unfair because just like the Me Too movement matters, so should evidence. You shouldn't just throw evidence out of the window.
But that's the problem. People have a real bad habit of just speaking arbitrarily about stuff and not really having all the details. And the problem is they will perpetuate or disseminate that same information, and people just see it and run with it. You know how many...
Look at LaShawn McCoy. As soon as they saw them pictures, that's like
they ran with it, right? They have no idea the details,
right.
But you know how many times there'll be an article attached to that actually spells it out, but the title is clickbait. People read the title of the headline. Oh, this nigga and then you if you actually read the article, you would find out that was just to get you to click on it, and he was actually acquitted of all the charges, that type of stuff. But people will spread that propaganda, and they don't realize that how damaging it is to people's reputation. You can never.
No,
we're listening.
You can never you Google that man's name now. Oh, that's coming up. It's you're not ducking that at all. That's just what it is. I'm sorry.
So, moving on. Speaking of consent and all that stuff.
I mean, we do it. No one knows.
It's like a drug deal.
I would
It's like
like
a drug
you to
deal.
baby.
I would like
Do you need any more? Because you were kind of like fumbling over there.
Yeah.
Here you go, ladies
Wow.
first. There you
I'm
go.
A little smashed.
First of all, I can't consent to this episode, so if it comes out, then...
I can't consent to this episode. You honestly, he's still
No,
there.
I was.
See?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Look how
See,
quick you
see,
forgot.
men are an afterthought. You got what you wanted, and then
That's how it should be.
I thought
Go
you.
ahead.
Oh, I thought you got yours first.
Oh.
So much for
Did
ladies
you go?
first.
Did you whine? Here.
get your. Titty, you,
I'm good. I'm good. I'll pass.
Look how you might as well just face the
No.
bottle.
Right.
Yeah,
No.
leave.
All right.
what's the next topic, Sabrae?
Shout out to all the wine makers.
Connoisseurs?
No.
No,
Makers.
makers.
That make, yes.
Oh, makers, yeah.
Yes.
Shout out all the vineyards out
Shout out to all
there.
the vineyards. Make sure, if you want to put your shit out there, we're not going to show the wine that we're drinking unless we get any
Right. If
wine
you a black-owned
sponsorship.
wine, holler at us.
Yes.
Ooh.
Or if you know of one, let them know
drop
who
it in
we
the
are.
comments.
Well, just buy us a bottle.
Yeah.
Buy us a bottle, right?
But don't take
Send us a
13 days
bottle.
to send the wine.
Send a whole case.
Right, send us some wine and we'll, review it or whatever,
I'm gonna drink it.
Look, be on it. It's a little tart.
And then I'm gonna review
Hey,
it.
if you could give us a sponsorship, that shit fire already.
Right.
Right.
Just
Damn,
know.
this wine is good. Like,
If you send it, we gonna think, yeah, it's great. We gonna tell everybody.
What they do? Thank you guys.
You just-
Switch it.
right, you got
So-
swirl it.
So we all know, and I'm not saying this to fuck with the fellas, but y'all already don't take care of y'all bodies as well as y'all should and go to the doctor as much as y'all should.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. So I seen this article that someone posted about male birth control and that it passed the safety test.
Yeah, because y'all pull out game is y'all like, we.
Exactly.
Wiggity,
It's-
wiggity, wig.
Like, what does it do? Like, I never click on, like, the articles. Like, with our birth control. Like,
Yeah.
it stops ovulation.
Yeah.
It makes the, like, mucus thick and things like. So, what does it do for a man?
It helps you with
I
your
don't know.
cramps.
Like,
Is it
Maybe.
an oral spermicide? 'Cause
right,
that's-
I don't know.
exactly,
Let me look this
yeah.
up.
Right, because I'm
that's
just
really-
imagining you being like,
Because that's the only thing
babe, you need
that
to get
would
a-
work. Like, it kills the sperm. So,
I'm imagining like you being like,
But
babe, you need to get a
it
condom, and he
does-
like, oh, I'm on the pill.
It does make sense for
Don't
men to
worry
have the
about
birth
it.
control because we got the bullet. So instead of protecting the target, just take the bullet out the gun.
First and foremost, if birth control is so toxic to the female body, I
Like,
wouldn't even
exactly,
want
like,
men
what
to
is it?
even... Men to be like, oh yeah, I had this lump on my arm for 8 years. It's finally about to, I'm about to go get it checked out. First of all, birth control, you gotta go to the doctor a lot because you gotta make sure everything is right, that your shit is not fucked up. Men are not responsible enough for this.
First of all, they're going to miss the pills.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're
Or
gonna
they gonna
forget.
be
They're gonna be on vacation. They're gonna be like, shit,
Or
I'm
they
taking
got
6.
Oh shit! I left my pills at home. Baby, we got some pills.
Niggas is about to
Hey, give me one of your
OD.
pills. Give me one of your
Hey,
pills.
bruh, you got your birth control with you?
That shit sound weird as fuck.
Can I use
Joe.
your Nuvaking?
Look,
No.
Nuvaking? She said Nuvaking?
Did she really say the Nuvaking though? Bye. Okay, you know what? That is your time for today.
I'm not-
Nuvaking, that is hilarious. Seriously, then that's what y'all gonna be putting in y'all man bags.
Yes.
Okay, so it
I got
says,
my gun and my birth control and my
I
weed.
got it right here.
it
No,
says
this is-
once a day capsule safely suppresses reproductive hormones in men.
This is why birth control is not
Y'all
good.
some
So
titties.
Yeah,
that's what I
thought.
Okay, so then if it suppresses the reproductive hormones, then does that mean that there's no sperm produced?
I
That's
don't know.
wild. Like, that's wild as
There's
shit.
already too
Balls
much
just die?
estrogen.
Right, like, that's
People,
really
there are a
wild.
lot of high estrogen levels in men nowadays, and by the way, you guys, you should get checked out for all of that stuff. But because of the food, estrogen is in soy. Soy is in everything, and who knows what else contains soy and estrogen like that. And there are too much estrogen levels in women and men. That's why a lot of women are having thyroid issues, and the men are, no offense to none of the men out there, getting breasts and hips.
Stop saying this is no disclaimers podcast.
We don't
What the fuck you got to
disclaim
say?
All right, niggas got titties and ass.
Oh, I'm
Fucking
triggered.
Double cheek.
Wow.
Double cheek.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Double
And
cheeked
have
up.
you also noticed? Double cheeked up on what?
On a Thursday.
I care. No, so they also said, okay, so the chemical from last week that I was talking about is called astrozine.
Oh, yeah.
Astrozine
Oh, the gay
is
water.
tested.
The gay Aquafina.
Ass.
Was tested positive in the main water supply in Atlanta. That's what I was talking about last week. And what scientists have used it for was to actually reverse the gender in amphibians, like frogs and stuff like that. So they are testing it. Of course, whenever the government wants to test some shit, they always go to concentrated black areas and test some shit. So watch out for that. Don't drink the tap water in Atlanta. Test your tap water in your area.
You drink the tap water in
Don't drink the tap water, you're going to get tapped.
Look, if you drinking tap water in 2018, you just like deserve what you get at this point. Like,
But bottled water is terrible.
It's terrible.
You better go drink out the
bad
creek
too.
or something. The animals is living.
They also spray that chemical on a lot of weed too, so you have to be careful when you
Damn,
get your
it's gay
marijuana
weed
from.
too.
Oh my God.
Why do you think so many guys are more feminine these days than?
Because they hitting gay J's.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry. You left the window wide open for that one, Bray.
No, but I was going to say this. You know why male birth control is not a good idea? Because I agree. Niggas are irresponsible. That's just going to have an excuse to have more unprotected sex. We are just not worried about having babies. You have to worry about catching, stuff you cannot get rid of. So if a guy says, this is the first thing guys say, like if a woman is on birth control, oh shit.
No,
that means I can go, no,
They
my
don't even
nigga.
say that if she not on
but
birth
I'm saying
control.
no. I can't speak for all guys, but, yo, you're not worried about catching,
You be like, niggas be like, you on birth control? Nah, where you at in your cycle? Like, boy, get your motherfucker. No, seriously, I wish my nigga would get on male birth control. I'm be like, you dead balls ass.
Women, y'all,
bitch.
like I'm just picturing a man just like blowing dust, like coming dust.
Right, just right.
Women, y'all gotta carry condoms too.
I agree with that.
Because I hate when men say, I seen somebody say, I don't like when a woman carry condoms.
yeah.
I said,
It's because they can't fit them. That's all. It don't have a drawstring on it.
Can I finish?
Let her finish, y'all.
But no. I saw some stuff today. When men do start talking about women in their body parts, even I say, I can't say the word because Sabrae say I can't say it.
What's the word?
Don't say it.
Okay.
The F word.
No. But I scream gay.
Oh.
Why you worried? Like,
That's not a derogatory term.
yeah, I mean, my nigga, you're not going to know your girl could fuck somebody and then come fuck you. You're not going to know, nigga. You think you know. You're not.
Right.
Gonna
But you
know.
have no idea.
That's what they say on Twitter.
Those niggas that don't get no pussy.
Exactly.
Yeah, they swear they can tell. I'm like, okay.
But nah, ladies, because niggas, when I think of like sexually transmitted disease, I just think when a nigga is so willing to have unprotected sex with you, that means he done have unprotected.
Everybody.
And
Any.
you know what I'm saying? Now you might have had sex for your first time, and now you done contracted an STD. Right. Because I remember back in the day, STD was felt like, oh, it's filthy, it's dirty, you have to be promiscuous, you got to sleep around. No, it only
the hoes
takes one
be the
time.
cleanest ones. For real. A lot of the people that be walking around here burning be if it's women, they be the women who be in monogamous relationships.
Be trusting these
be
dudes.
out here because it take a
dudes.
great deal of trust for you to keep that nigga running back like that. Wow. To be honest, if you trust a nigga with your life, your health like that, and it's usually somebody they trust, and he out here wilding, and he bring you back something. But a lot of the time, the hoes be the cleanest ones though. Them hoes be like, look, man.
Look, because that's crazy. A woman won't trust you. She'll go through your phone, but she'll let you fuck without no condom.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's awkward. That's extremely awkward.
I just feel like if men get a hold to birth control, literally
don't do it.
Our life as we know it will no longer be the same. There'll be no babies. Niggas would be like having all types of whatever health issue comes with that. They gonna have.
You tell that nigga I'm pregnant. Bitch. I'm on the pill. It wasn't me.
Who are you seeing?
Right.
That's good, but seriously,
pull out his little pack and everything.
I know. I'm just saying, just like I said, I don't even like birth control for women because I really think that it has a lot of negative effects on us.
I'm on it.
Niggas, if you don't want to have babies, get snipped.
But
I'm
on like a really low dose pill. Yeah. So I try to be on something that is not like a long term situation.
Gotcha. I was on the lowest dose.
Yeah,
I was on 4 different types in a year. I was breaking out in hives.
Wow. See, I haven't had any.
You don't do the loud. You do the K2.
That's worse.
I'm on the Reggie affair. So no, seriously, because it's other things girls get on Depo, and Depo is fucking crazy.
That's the shot.
Yeah.
6 months? Am I correct?
3 months.
Oh.
3 months, and you blow up from it. First of all, but second of all, it's I feel like anything that stops your cycle. No, thank you.
What's the junk that be scraping our dicks up?
NuvaRing.
IUD.
I was going to say NuvaRing.
I have never
Let me tell you.
Oh, well, probably
That might be
The NuvaRing. The NuvaRing.
That's
the
it.
IUDs, the NuvaRings, anything that you insert.
Let me tell you.
I had the NuvaRing.
You're not
before.
supposed to feel the
just feel
IUD.
like
So
that's
if,
me.
if that's
I'm
scraping you,
because I never had.
then you might.
Let me tell you at the time I thought I had an STD, right?
No.
Yo, I pissed one day, right? And I got like scratches on the side of my jaw. I'm like, oh shit, I've been burnt. Fuck.
Wait,
I ain't never been.
He just got stabbed up by an IUD.
Cause like, I'm like, yo, I've never like, I'm.
It burns when I urine.
You think niggas don't go to the doctor? Oh, I went to the doctor immediately. Yo, I'm like,
emergency room.
yeah, hey,
patient
I
first.
did he said, yeah, that's not a
That's
that's not an STD. He's like, that's a scratch. I'm like, what's that? And then he asked, I forgot the name of it, but clearly the woman that I was having sexual relations with at the time, yeah. But I didn't feel it when I was but yeah.
That's
It
still
felt
weird.
Yeah, I don't want any. No, I don't want any like foreign objects in my body, and then I just like just hanging there.
So you wouldn't date a nigga from like another country?
That was so fucking corny.
She just got it.
Why?
Sean, you're fired.
Wow.
I don't want like the implant in my arm. I don't
Gotcha.
want the
Right,
rings
because
or
if my
the
arm
teeth.
fall off, just because I ain't want to have no baby, I'm gonna be mad.
That'd
Right,
be
that's
crazy.
you just got them
Exactly.
ridges. It's just there. You can see it. Like no, but yeah, I
Remember the
prefer like a
patch?
really
They used to have a patch.
right. Like you
Right.
was trying to
Like
get rid of
nicotine?
nicotine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even. How the fuck? I wouldn't even trust that.
And
I would
then
feel
with
like,
that, you have to be like under a certain weight amount for the
Oh yeah,
medicine.
because don't they
and-
Well,
say
you got
Plan
the
B
two,
is like do a certain weight? Like you can't be like if a nigga come in you like 270, that Plan B. Is
I mean,
high.
all medicine is like that.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Like
the dosage might not be effective. It's just like alcohol.
Yeah, it's like
Your blood
anything.
alcohol
So you
content.
get a jump pregnant or think 300, she need like she need a Plan E.
You don't have to drop 150.
What throws me off
Just
though
take
is
two.
when people
Take
be real
two.
adamant
Let me
like,
get
no,
two.
I'm not taking no birth control. That's bullshit. But they get netted in and take a Plan B. Like, bitch, that is a cocktail of fucking birth control.
No, that's emergency
But
contraceptive.
it's a cocktail of birth control though.
Yeah,
That is
but
not every
it's
day.
No, I get that,
Exactly.
but hell, that's like a month worth in
No,
one dose.
you're absolutely right. You shouldn't take any of
That
it.
should've
Really,
fucked
I'm
your
just
whole
so
system
against
up.
it. If you look at the side effects of these things, they really do affect us negatively long term. Especially a lot of people that be like, as soon as they get their cycles, or early as 16 or whatever. You be on birth control all the way from 16 to 30, and a lot of women, they can get pregnant right away, but some of them wonder why they can't get pregnant when you've been,
because you're supposed to cycle on and off too. That's why I said when you want
Yeah.
something low dose, typically like if I miss the pill, I can fuck around and get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? The difference between that and a long term situation. But honestly, a lot of those things like Depo thing, you're supposed to cycle on and off. You're not supposed to just continuously take that shit
for years.
Like literally, people will be on it for years. Like literally, if you go past, you're really not supposed to go beyond a 2-year point with Depo.
Yes.
2 years on, and then you got to cycle off of it. If not,
Yes.
hey, look.
Yeah.
And then
Does this thing
Depo
your-
affects your bone density. Too.
Oh,
Like it
I
does
need
so
dense
much.
bone because I'm heavy.
Does it stay in your system? Like if you stop
Yes.
using it, is it
Yeah.
like
Yeah, that will. Certain ones will. Depo will definitely stay in your system for a good
what's
while.
that abbreviation?
Like it doesn't stay in your system
Depo
to
prevent.
prevent
Depo
to
prevent.
Oh, that's
prevent
the brain.
pregnancy. Yeah.
But
I
yeah.
took the NuvaRing. It took like 6 or 7 months to get out of my system.
I
That's
would
not
never.
healthy.
Yeah.
Man,
I
I
didn't
get
Like
wanna
you
do
like
tomorrow.
it's like your
I
body
never
goes
did.
through withdrawal. Like I broke
Yes.
out for like
Yes.
it was like
I get off the
serious.
pill
Don't it-
tomorrow. It's over for me.
Don't it
Chanel
do
gotta
some-
say
This club
Okay,
is
sorry, I'm
vulnerable
sorry.
as shit.
Exactly, because
No,
your body
I
just starts immediately.
Don't it help some women get fat though?
Yeah.
If you real
like
skinny
fat.
and you get on Depo, you probably will just get fat. But if you already thick and you get on Depo, you gonna be a
Gonna get
webby.
fat.
But that's
Yes.
because your body thinks that it's pregnant.
Yeah, so
and
it's
that
easy
is
to gain that weight,
So
like
that's why the
you want.
titties growing. Cause you
Yeah.
got the,
Man, look,
got the
I
fake milk
was
in there.
on Depo for 2 years and I gained like 20 pounds in those 2 years, which
Yeah.
doesn't sound like a lot, but 20 pounds over 2 years.
That sounds like
No,
a
I
lot.
mean, but no, over a 2-year
Right.
span, you would feel like, oh, that's not a big deal. But no, seriously, and I'm 5'2", 20 pounds on me, I was like a nugget away. Like, seriously, like I was vacationing off the island of Shewebi. It was not fun. And when I got off of it, within the first week, 5 pounds just fell off, and I did nothing, just getting off it. So I'm just like, okay. But it's been different. Like, on the pill, I haven't gained any weight.
So I got 4 ladies on this show. Is it a cop? I need the truth, okay? I know I'm not gonna get it, but
Shut the
What else
when-
would you get?
so
Wow.
so when guys say like, oh, you're on Plan B, that means you're fucking raw. They be like, oh no, I use it for other reasons.
Yeah.
Do women really use?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
that's
a
not
psych-
Plan B. I'm sorry.
It's a
birth control.
cycle
Yeah.
regulator, like
Okay, gotcha.
literally
Like when,
clockwork.
after I had my daughter, I had to go on it. I didn't get my period I didn't come off. So I was on my period for like 3 months, like after I had my daughter. So I had to like get on it to regulate my period.
Shanae.
So I think that a lot of people, I tried, first of all, I can't do anything every day. So a daily birth control would never work for me. I tried a NuvaRing. Immediately I was like, I think I got something. And the doctor was like, oh no, it's supposed to change your vaginal fluids. And I was like, oh no, I'm good. I was done with it. But I think some doctors tell people with, a heavy cycle or severe cramps that they should try birth control. But from my experience, when I changed my diet and I cut out dairy and sugar and reduced meat, like I was doing like no meat, or except for when I wanted chicken wing, no meat. No meat.
Please let her
no
finish.
flesh.
Damn.
I wouldn't even know I was coming on my period. Yeah. Like I would just wake up like, oh, we're doing that? Okay, cool. I didn't have any cramps. When I first started getting my cycle, I would wake up, I would have to vomit, I would miss school. I would be in excruciating pain.
Yes.
When I changed my diet, all those hormones that are in the food create that environment which makes periods unbearable. And we think that because this is the country that we live in, it's the world we live in, that we have to take pills to regulate things. You don't. It's what we're doing to our bodies. So we don't need birth control. We make better decisions about who we lay with. You don't need birth control if you're having severe cramps. Yeah, some people do have endometriosis. But I just feel like a lot of things are dictated by our diet and our environment. Emotional stress at work, all of those things affect your body and how you, whether you're missing a period because you're stressed or whatever the case may be. Even fertility issues are also caused by birth control and our food. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So all of these things that we try to, treat the symptoms can be really handled by changing.
That is so true. I'm so glad that you said that. And a lot of people out there should get, in addition to their regular primary care doctor, get a holistic doctor. Shout out to Abundant Life in Mitchellville area. But you could even,
but now I know.
Yes. Shout out to Abundant Life. But yes, so that is so important. A lot of times, like you said, there's just a pill for a symptom of a problem, but there is a root cause of that, we can fix naturally without just taking another pill, whatever. But I know it's hard for people to understand because that's just what their doctor says. You think your doctor has your best interest when really your doctor is just a legal drug dealer. So look into that.
That's why I like my primary care physician. She does medicine and she also does like the alternative. So when I told her that I wanted to get off birth control because like I had like really bad anxiety. Like I was sitting in her doctor, like I was in her office like this. I was like, I can't take the pill anymore. Like I was
and it treats everybody different. Different things treat everybody different. It's crazy.
That's why it's no real like blanket situation because everybody not gonna react to everything the same way. So some people feel like, oh well, this happened to you, so it's gonna happen to me. But it may or it may not. But you just gotta do what works for you.
And you see how y'all gave examples of y'all listening to y'all body and knowing differences. Men don't do that. Okay, so men.
I work
First of all, I love male birth control. Basically,
niggas will be 80% hanging off, and he'd be like, "You think I should see somebody about this?"
No, first day is I know my body. Oh my
God. They be like, I'm
like
just
the back of my head. What is
this? That's what niggas say about their car right before they run out.
They gonna be like, let me just go get it. They be at the CVS like, let me get some Vicks Vapor Rub, ginger ale.
Right.
And they be like, nigga, you have a broken bone.
You ask any grandma in all 50 states, we know ginger ale is top 3.
Medicine.
And,
it's medicine.
Ginger ale is medicine, and you will not tell me otherwise. That's why that's the one soda I refuse to give up. I don't care, because that's medicine. That's like telling me that I can't take NyQuil.
Yeah, but in addition to your medicine.
Like any guy that I talk to, like if they're sick, like it's this homeopathic medicine. It's called osteophilus or something like that. And it's like if you have a cold or flu, they're like, oh, I gotta go. I'm like, go get some Aussie. What's that? I'm like, just go get it. And they be like, oh my God, I feel so much better.
I didn't even know about that shit.
My ex bought me ginger ale for menstrual cramps.
You said Oxy? Okay.
I was like, that's cute. You tried.
No.
What is it? Aussie?
Aussie. Yeah. OSCI. That's what I say, but it's like osteophilus. Yeah.
So is it better than Rock Creek ginger ale?
I mean, you take it together because it's dry. You take it together.
But who's drinking?
Right.
I was Rock Creek ginger ale.
I'm in Capitol Heights. Yes.
That's like the one Rock Creek I can't really get jiggy with though.
But
I do taste like Tiger Bomb.
Seagram's.
Canada Dry is definitely the best.
Tastes like,
no, it's not.
Canada.
You gotta get Schweppes. Seagram's tastes like.
That's what I'm saying.
Tastes like rubbing alcohol afterwards.
Not Seagram's.
Okay,
Schweppes.
now Seagram's is the worst, but Canada Dry is definitely the best.
It's not.
No,
if
if
black
black people
people-
got all them variations, so I'm with you.
If black people
The green
actually
tea,
made
that's it.
ginger ale, that shit would be fire.
Now,
That should be cool.
Sabrae, I know we have to continue,
Yes, we do.
but Rock Creek peach soda,
Undefeated.
undefeated.
I've
I've
never had it.
I
At
know.
all. You can
At
go.
all.
You're not really from Cap Heights. You can go.
That's why I say like.
That's all I used to get. 4 wings, fried rice.
Like I
Yeah,
forget.
Yeah,
soda.
when I was
No.
a poor child,
He
like
grabbed-
when I ain't
I'm
had
a
money.
poor
When
adult.
my grandfather used to take me to the sugar shack, okay.
The sugar shack.
Right.
Yes.
That's Sea Pleasant, okay.
Yeah, I mean, see, Pleasant, yeah.
Yeah, I ain't go outside.
Palmer's.
That's why.
Either peach
Yeah.
or get the fruit.
I
The fruit punch
didn't.
always
I
fire.
did.
Like
Go
I
outside.
forget. Like sometimes I forget. Like leaving my mom's house, I forget. Like this is Capitol Heights too.
Right.
Oh,
I was just
Yeah.
that key for something.
Palmer's right up the street. That should
Oh,
still be
damn.
jumping.
Okay.
No.
Palmer's give you them
Oh,
little
but-
tickets out the ATM machine. That shit is not getting stolen. Like,
But let's move right along, you guys. I want to give condolences, and I want to dedicate this episode to Nia Wilson. Nia Wilson was the young lady from Oakland who was at the BART station who was stabbed by a white supremacist male, a white supremacist extremist who I feel like it was initiation. He was a part of some type of organization, like the skinheads or something like that. And he just randomly killed this woman. So we have to understand, we have to be, aware of our surroundings. It's really some sick people out here and domestic terrorists that we need to watch out for.
get the strap.
Yeah. Practice your, what is it, the Second Amendment? Yes. Practice
They're
your
armed, so
Second
we're not
Amendment
talking about
rights.
tank tops.
Okay.
You said I was corny.
I smacked
We
you.
even. We are even.
I
So
smacked
we
the
are
shit out of you.
even.
That was clever as shit.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, it was, Yatta. Anyway.
That cosign one.
Oh wow, was this an us against them situation? Pick a side, Tania. Pick a side.
Tania.
She just
Look at him. He trying to make long eye contact like.
I'm just.
Okay, so look, so everybody knows the situation that happened with that young lady. It was very unfortunate and everything. She didn't get as many posts as like the Junior situation when he was stabbed by the Hispanic boy that was stabbed by a Hispanic gang in New York. But that's neither here nor
I
there.
saw it a lot.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
because we're black. And
Exa-
that
not as
what we
much.
see is dictated by who we follow. So
That's true.
if you was on white Instagram, you ain't see nothing. You ain't see
That's
nothing.
true.
But I'm sorry. Go
No,
White
you-
people
That's a
on
good point. No,
Instagram.
that was a very good point.
That is a
White
good
people
point.
are on Instagram.
Yeah.
But I'm saying as far as like,
Men in the motherfucker.
it's certain situations that our public figures, celebrities, or our, the respected people that are popular in our community, there's certain things that they're allowed to post, and then there's other things that they are not allowed to post because it's too risky, too racy. They're afraid.
Too controversial.
Too
Yeah.
controversial, and they don't, that Junior thing, it was, welcomed by everyone to just be like, oh, show your respect for that. They was going to visit and all that stuff, but it's not the same situation. I didn't see anybody visit her family. They could have.
Because black women
But-
are protected.
That is true. So aside from that, Anne Hathaway, she did an Instagram post where she was, I'm not going to read the whole post, but she was basically speaking to the fact that, we need to be, white people, us as white people need to acknowledge.
Us as white people?
She's
white.
I'm speaking from her.
Wow.
Anne Hathaway is a white actress.
I know her little ugly joint. with
So
the
why
butt
would I
cheek.
say,
She is not ugly. Don't do that.
She's cute
Can
when
we
she.
get to what she said?
Don't do that.
You interrupting, not respecting this black woman's time.
Mm.
Reclaiming your time. Go ahead and reclaim your time.
what time is it? Oh, my time.
That was not corny. That was not corny.
Thank you.
I like that.
That was right
That
on
was,
time.
that was beautiful, Sabrae.
Yes. Back to what I was saying, King. Because that's how I'm going to do. I'm going to call you King.
Beloved.
Yes.
My love.
You was calling me a bitch earlier.
Ooh, beloved it is. So,
I would
love
never
it.
call a black man a
Get you
bitch
somebody
unless
that
he
can
acts
do
like a
both.
bitch.
We can call you
I will.
both.
But-
It's all in love.
Okay, so she was basically on her Instagram speaking, taking accountability, I guess, for her race. I don't know, but just basically saying like, okay, us as white people need to acknowledge the fact that we have a privilege. Black people have to worry about things in this country that we don't have to worry about. Just speaking to that, just like, hey, I recognize white supremacy and racism. Basically echoing the sentiments that we always have been saying for the longest time, which is cool. And I feel like cool, respect, that's noble of her to post. The issue I had was the Negroes in the comment section.
Mm.
It was like, it sounded like it was 17, 16, and we were on the plantation, and the overseer's wife handed out a little extra butter biscuits.
Oh, yes, mistress, you sure
Oh,
is good.
my
Were they
God.
Texas Roadhouse
Thank you
biscuits?
so much, white queen.
I mean,
You
they,
sure do love her.
oh my God, it was,
I
that
feel
was
going back
like,
to the
I don't
fields
really,
now.
I don't like the, what I want to say.
Say it, girl, like you tweeting.
Don't do that.
Follow her on Twitter, by the way. I'm about to follow her on the
I'm
Twitter.
not going to tell you.
You
I
want to see
don't
what I'm
like
talking
the,
about.
shut up.
Right.
Shut up.
King.
So I don't like the jumping to white people to acknowledging what
Or
sh-
validate.
validating what like normal shit. Like
Right.
I don't understand.
Right.
Like, you don't get credit for doing the right thing.
The right thing.
Yeah.
I applaud her because I like her as an actress. I do.
Right.
But jumping in her comments, yes.
Like, I appreciate you using the platform to
Like,
actually
Right.
point
Because
that
some
out.
people don't do that. Some people be like, oh, some people just keep fucking scrolling.
Niggas, get off dicks,
Right,
like,
but
for
don't-
real. Like, you gargling nuts
Like
on
that
oh
whole
my
that whole
God.
they can come to the cookout shit. I
No,
hate
none
that.
of y'all are invited to the
that's
cookout.
cookout,
It's
'cause
not
y'all don't
that
never
coming
bring
to the
food.
cookout.
I
You can
hate
go to
that.
your barbecue, but you're not coming to our cookout. I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
we
But this
don't
is
call
the
them
thing.
barbecues, do we?
But this is the thing. I feel like
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
we as a society are so distracted by media, by celebrities. We're applauding this woman who is an actress. She's not a politician. She does not make laws. She's not a senator. She's not a governor. She has no real power. But we get excited and distracted by these celebrities who just speak, tweet, type like we're doing. We get excited. That does not equate to any real change. Maybe that will start something. It's probably not. So, yeah, that's cool that she said that. Great for recognizing what's been obvious in our lives for as long as we've been in
Yes.
this country. Great for acknowledging that. Finally, good. But I'm not going to applaud you until you start taking action.
I agree.
And encourage your friends to take action. And stop engaging in anything that doesn't support what you're saying in this post. So, I mean, that's, like I said, that's nice. I'm not going to say, shut up, nobody needs your opinion.
yeah.
But I'm also not going to say, yes, thank you so much, white women. We need your white support.
We needed
That's not what
that.
we,
Like,
no.
I agree.
We need change.
I agree. Sean, did you have anything to say
I
to
mean,
that?
she can come to the cookout. It's still $20 for her. You know what I'm saying?
I call it the white tax. I call it the white tax.
Tax rate. 30.
Okay?
Make it 30. Make it 30.
Right, 35. And no
Got it, right.
shade or whatever, because like I said, I'll respect somebody for using their platform for something positive, because even though it's not necessarily an action, like when people use their platform to bring awareness to situations like that, it can like be the catalyst that sparks change. But it's just like this being on dick shit, like, look, no, we not doing that.
Yes.
Like this is nothing that we haven't already said a million times, that our own black celebrities have not beaten people over the head with a million times. But it's like, soon as they, you know what I'm saying, one of them say something that remotely is like, okay, it's kind of on our side, y'all, like,
We got another one.
I've never heard this before. This is profound.
right, all of a sudden
Right.
it's profound. And it's like, honestly, that's us needing to deprogram ourselves too, because
Yes.
all that boils down to is that constant underlying seeking of white validation. And that's, and people don't even realize they're doing
That
it so
Kanye shit.
subconscious.
Yeah.
It's like
Yes.
they want it so
What that good nigga sticker.
No, go ahead. No, yes.
yes.
No, that's true. I love Kanye. But I am I'm very objective when it comes to him. He does spend too much time seeking white validation. And by the way, Kanye's father, they came out reportedly his father has cancer. So
A lot
shout
of
out to
people's
his
fathers
family.
got cancer.
Hmm?
I'm sorry. A lot of people's fathers got cancer.
I mean, yeah.
So he should really
And I
chill the fuck out, because if his father died and he acting like this,
And his father from
that's
here?
his-
Or lived
yeah.
here?
His father is
lived
from,
here.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, that was a good example. Kanye does seek white validation. We just have to get to the point where we realize we don't need them. It's cool that they support if they support, but let's be clear, the motherfuckers, every white person, I don't think is racist, but the motherfuckers in power are. You feel me? So that's the thing. We can have some white allies or whatever. Just know your role. We don't need you, but we'll accept,
That's
the
cool.
help, and it's fine. But we're not gonna bow down at your feet.
Ain't nobody applauding no
right.
fish for swimming.
Right,
Point
just
blank
come
period.
on.
Doing what's
That's
right
what-
should come
yeah.
natural. I'm not gonna applaud a fish for fucking swimming.
That's what I was trying to say.
So please stop praising these white people for doing what is humane and what is just and what is right.
And stop giving out cookout invitations. You niggas are not even invited.
First of all, these are the same people. They don't buy nothing to bring to the cookout.
Never.
And you
Right.
invite
No, they're
motherfuckers.
gonna bring us some bland ass potato salad or some baked beans that's
bringing my
not
chicken
baked in
salad.
that. See, that's what the fuck I'm talking about.
I
We
kind of
chicken.
disagree with that. I mean, I'm not.
Okay.
If I'm having something, like remember,
That's what I was about to say. I ain't bringing that to the cookout either. I'm just sure.
Sabrae, you know, when I brought the bottle, I feel like you bring a bottle, but if I'm having a cookout, why would I ask? That ain't this is
Nigga,
a
you put some
potluck.
rosé out there. But no, it's not even. No, understand that we wouldn't want nothing they bring because they cats
don't even
be on
bring
the kitchen
it.
counter.
Exactly.
Right.
It's gonna be
Right.
some sort of vegetable casserole with no
I was going to say that zucchini casserole.
with no seasoning.
They can bring some bottled water.
And some with raisins that didn't.
Yeah, they put raisins. Raisins
And
don't
mayo.
go in nothing.
But
I
raisins.
swear to go,
Raisins
you
going
just-
raisins.
That's it. Raisins going raisins.
I like
Stop
chocolate
putting
covered raisins.
But
at the
stop
movies.
putting raisins in everything. But that don't go in the potato salad.
No.
It don't go. And don't bring coleslaw. Nobody fucking eats coleslaw.
I do make a Brussels sprout ginger coleslaw. Is really good. But anyways, go ahead.
I trust. I want to taste that.
That's not even. That's not coleslaw anymore. That's
it's
coleslaw.
cabbage.
Soul slaw. I like that.
You kind of you okay?
So let's
Your
get
timing
in.
was
Give me
off.
my props. Give me my props.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. Okay.
I didn't wail. That's the helicopter. See,
Oh,
see.
We need to.
The only problem we have.
You done misawarded the helicopter true.
Right.
You gotta just give her the
She done
helicopter.
changed
That's
it
all we
up.
got.
She done changed it up.
after I
But look,
gave
it's
you
no
soul
disclaimer. It could
slaw.
be
No,
lavish.
she
but-
meant as a black. This is all we have. Us black people in support. This is all we
Please throw
got.
your drink in his face. Can you please?
I can't be involved with no drink.
Wasting of wine.
Listen,
Yeah, this is
you
not
say
love
that,
and
but
hip
don't
hop.
drink that.
Okay.
That's more of a basketball
Let's
wild
get into
situation.
the topic for today, though.
We haven't gotten
And
into the topic.
this is the last one. This is the last thing.
This
Well,
one
we
we
had
gonna be
several
talking-
topics. We talk about a lot of shit and then get to the thing that we actually play.
Those are the appetizers. This is the
the
entree.
beef.
This is the
Entree.
filet
Yes,
mignon
let's
right
get
there.
into this
Right.
entree.
That other stuff was truffle mac and cheese. You know.
Yeah,
Truffle
and
mac
like
I ain't
fucking
that shit.
fire.
in a good spinach dip
I'll
is
eat.
good.
I don't
You get it from
Right.
cafeteria?
I don't eat
Ebony?
cheese.
Oh my God.
No.
Okay, y'all, come on.
Take me there, thanks.
In New York. It's
So-
in New York. We'll go.
Not to push Shanae on the spot, but she
Wow.
did make a post recently.
No,
that,
put her ass on the spot. That's why the fuck she
like
on the
the
show.
No
spot.
disclaimers
I like the
podcast. We ain't disclaiming.
meaning,
Yes, it's on the spot.
meaning it's not about her. That's what I mean by I'm not putting her on the spot. This is not about her, but
It's
when
about
she did,
y'all.
Oh, I'm ready.
So she made a post
Long
basically saying about is it time for Black women to start dating outside of our race?
Oh, that was you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's always been going on.
No, but
So
I feel like I saw that somewhere.
A lot of people.
And
Well,
I'm
it's
like, oh,
been
that was
it's been
you.
floating around. It may
Yeah,
not have
it's
been her. It's been floating around
No,
a lot.
it was her, and I was
Oh.
like, man, who the fuck said this stuff? I said, oh, this Shanae said this shit.
So
I said what I said.
Personally, I can't
questions.
get down with
Right.
the baloney.
I just
pounding,
asked
you
the
know,
question.
Right.
Go
So she
ahead.
asked the question because, and it's not just her. I've been seeing this. That is just confirmation. Like, okay, maybe we should have this conversation. You see it in articles all the time. You see it in commercials. You see it in magazines. You see it these Black successful women, these successful entrepreneurs. They can't find a suitable mate in Black men, and Black men are dating outside of their race, or they're incarcerated, or whatever the case. And it's just a lot going on as far as that. And you are seeing growing rates of Black women dating outside their race. Well, one, because Black men have been dating outside their race disproportionately
Forever.
more than everyone for the longest
Okay.
time.
Okay.
And
know you're
I
triggered,
wanted
Sean,
to
relax.
just
I'm triggered.
put that question out there. Of course, y'all know how I feel about interracial dating, but I do want to hear what the
Remind the
guests have to
people
say.
just in case they don't know.
I do not agree with Black people dating outside of their race, women and men. I believe that in order to maintain a prosperous and strong Black community, you need the Black family to be together. I feel like there are too many
Fortify
cultural
that Black family,
differences with other people, and I feel like our men are the most dominant, the most attractive, the most powerful and the
ugly.
first, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I just feel like I'm stepping out of that. I just
Take your time, Pastor. Take your time.
So, and our women are
fucking fire. We're fucking fire.
And that's true. Hold on.
Bomb,
that black
queens,
women got.
beautiful, sat down,
Beautiful,
all that
intelligent.
shit.
I mean,
and y'all
yeah.
I agree with you 110%.
Right. And so I feel like because every other group, yes, waves are definitely popping. Definitely every other group encourages their own to procreate, marry, date their own people. So I think that we should do exactly the same thing. But that's just how I feel. That's how I feel. But I also, just putting this out there, when I see interracial couples with black people, I really don't give a shit. Like, I don't feel like, but if you ask my opinion, I'll tell you. But I'm not like,
throwing a coffee on
like,
them.
I don't know. I'm not thinking anything about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not. But, okay, so.
I want to say
Shanae.
what sparked that post. So basically, I put up a poll just asking my followers on Instagram whether or not it's time for black women to date outside of our race. Because like you stated, black men been doing it. And it's accepted, it's applauded, it's encouraged. It's my time.
That foreign.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So my sister sent me a post from a journalist named Kimberly Foster. And she's very vocal on black women's issues. She's, a feminist. I know you don't like that term, but she's a black feminist. And she made a whole video, and she referenced a book that was written by a guy named Ralph Banks, and it's called Is Marriage for White People? And he basically, spoke to the statistics of, yes, most black men who get married do marry black women, but when you get down to the economic status, a lot of educated black women end up marrying guys who are less educated than them, make less money than them, and there's a lower chance of getting married as a black woman who solely dates black men. So with all those things being taken into account, and then another thing, we already know, I always say this all the time. I know my husband is probably in jail somewhere because that's what they do with our black men. Mm-hmm. So with respect to what's going on in our world, is it time to date? I never said marry. I said, is it time to date outside of your race? So what was referenced by that author was the fact that there are way more available women than there are available, feasible black men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because of that disparity, it's a supply and demand. The men are dictating the rules of relationships. Because if men are saying, well, I just want to fucking move on, if you got a plethora of women and a little bit of men, and women are like, well, I'm trying to get some dick too, so what am I do? Right. You have to make that decision. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I would like to get married. I would like love. I would like commitment. But I also would like to be loved by a black man. So sometimes I know a lot of women are in a position where they're settling and they're just taking what they can get, accepting, lesser treatment than they know that they're worthy of because there's such a low supply of black men, free black men in this country that want to commit to them. So I was just asking the question. Yes, I've briefly dated outside of my race, but when it comes to marriage and commitment, I want a black man. I have been in situations I could have my life set with a white man, like, let's go.
No, thank you.
I can't do that.
Right.
I cannot commit to a white man. I can't do that. That's not in my heart. And there are a lot of black men who think that I'm crazy for even wanting that. It's applauded for a black man to go, oh, is she bad? Where's she from? I don't even know. Bitch, don't even speak English. Like, like I said, in addition to my post, a lot, and I'm not speaking for all black men. I'm not even speaking from just my experience. I've had plenty of.
This is no disclaimers. You don't have to put this.
Okay. Okay.
No, talk that shit. Yeah. We like it.
Look at them. Yeah. All of the things, our hair, our stretch marks, our loudness, our attitude, our sassiness, all that stuff that black men say gets on their nerves. When it comes from any other race, ooh, it's cute. It's sexy.
Yeah.
She be speaking, I don't know. It's my time.
No.
No, that's facts. And what's wild is
Right.
She be watching that clock
they
like
will
a
go
motherfucker.
and they will dead ass go and date a woman who does the same, who wants so bad to be one of
With
us.
a weave, with fillers, with a fake ass and fake titties.
They will go
But
date
you
for
looking
one
at
bitch that
me
wanna be
like, what's all that you got going on? Why you got your hair cut? Okay, because when I had a weave, it was a problem.
Right.
When I was natural, it was too much work. I couldn't get in the shower and go to the pool all willy nilly. But like I said, it was just a question. I'm still here. I will gladly go on a date and get that meal.
You know what?
I'm going on the date.
Uh-oh. Sean about to light your ass
Get
up.
out of here.
Before Sean goes, so that I wanted Tania to speak to that question. How do you feel about it? Is it time for black women to start dating outside of their race?
Hold on, and ask her, would she date outside of
And
her
would
race?
you?
I have dated outside my race.
Okay.
How was that experience?
Shut you on the fuck up, didn't she?
How was that experience? And what race was
And
it?
that wasn't a tweet.
A white man.
Okay, like a lily white, like straight from Europe, like type.
No.
like board shorts?
No, he's from here.
Okay.
Oh, that
So
don't count. He's
he's-
from Capitol Heights.
No, not from
His name
no,
was
he's-
White Boy in
No.
School.
No, he's
That's
like
not-
from
No, if he white from Capitol Heights, he's a crackhead.
no, no, exactly. That's no.
Y'all.
No, okay,
no.
so describe your
But-
experience. How did that go? How long did y'all date? Like, just
It
give us a
was
little
about 6 months.
that's a
It
long
wasn't.
time.
It wasn't like serious. He was ending. It was like he was ending, like finalizing his divorce, and so it was really, really weird because I met his ex-wife. Well, they're now ex-wife. Like they had a
Was she
weird
black or
relation.
white?
She's white.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like really, really, it was really, really weird for me. Like that, like being put in the middle of their relationship. Like he is still like that was the first person that I dated where that was my friend. And he's like still like we're still cool to this day, and it's been like we dated in like 2011.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So how was that experience? Like,
It's the same. Like it was nothing different, and
the
I guess
cultural differences.
the cultural differences.
Because I know you weren't saying Mo.
Did you meet any family?
No. Okay. See, the thing with his family, he said his family was racist. So that was a big, like.
A big yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
see, the thing is,
Did he use seasoning? Yes or no?
could he cook?
He didn't cook
Okay.
because
that's
of his
probably the best.
well.
I would rather just not cook
Right.
than not
He
use
just he didn't cook.
That's just a
Right,
funny
I
question.
cooked.
But
So he's just a light-skinned nigga, because you said nothing was the difference.
first of all, light skinned niggas don't have racists in their family. That's first and foremost. Like
Yes,
that's
they do.
That's what I was saying.
Yes, they do.
What,
Yes, they do.
Sabrae think if you black,
If
you
you're
can't
black,
be racist.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you can't. Technically,
have
you can't be
preferences.
racist.
You can
but
be a
you
bigot
can't-
or
right.
like
you can
a
be very
biased.
Dumb. You be
Colorist.
dumb.
Ignorant.
I say dumb.
Yeah, you
I
can
say
be
dumb.
colorist. Yeah, you can be
Dumb.
colorist.
How about that?
You can
They
be
dumb.
all
So,
They
that.
dumb.
so all the safe words for racist. So
No, because there's a difference
Right,
between a
that's
bigot and a racist.
Or
it's a bigot and a
Dumb.
racist to me. I'm not going by Merriam-Webster. It's the same thing.
No, because because a racist can be bigoted as well. But you can be a friendly, understand black people, strive, invite black people to your house, work with them, employ them, and still be racist. You cannot
just-
be a bigot and be racist. You can't, but a racist can be bigoted. You get what I'm saying? You
Everybody
cannot be a
dumb.
bigot.
Like, that's why I
Well,
say
you
dumb.
can-
Like,
a bigot
they
is
dumb, they dumb.
name calling like Roseanne. She's a bigot. You know what I'm saying?
She's a racist.
I have a bigger
but
question.
she's also a
both.
bigot. Yeah, she's
one
both.
is
But
like
you can be
overt and the one
yeah.
is like the
You
you'll never
can
know.
really
Yeah.
not be a bigot and be racist
No, but
because
just to
racism
me,
is backed by
I-
Was his dick pink or brown? That's what we
Yeah.
want to know.
Honestly, was it a
It
baloney
was,
pony or
what
was
was
it
the girth
or was it
given?
like roast
it was light
beef?
skin. Like it was light skin.
Oh, okay.
Like
It
it
was
was
light skin.
Yeah, like it's not like I
Like
like.
the
With,
tip
first
wasn't
of all,
pink?
like I hate that saying when people be like, "Oh, white men have little dicks." First of all, it's black men walking around with little dicks.
Facts.
So
Facts on facts on
true.
facts.
That is true.
Facts on facts
so
on facts. Sorry, y'all.
little dicks is not
Exclusive
to one race or
I get-
ethnicity.
yeah.
Was it or was it not? It's like, no, let me stop. Let me not put you
I don't fuck little dick people.
Okay.
So
Respect, queen.
So if you was
They're
in love
always
with a dude,
Respect, queen. Who gonna give you
How you
love
gonna
without
even
giving
fall
it
in
to-
love?
That's what I'm saying.
It's a switch that's just like you can't go all the way there. till
so
you
y'all
get
can
the
only
dick.
be in love with a nigga whose dick is big.
My heart
Yes.
is in the back of my
Who dick is
throat.
good?
right, that
Okay.
too. Like it's a good.
Where do your dick gotta be big to be good?
I mean, it has to be
No.
sizable. It doesn't have to be big,
No,
but it has
because
to.
it's a lot
to
of
be
big bad dick.
Yeah, like we take a lot of chances with y'all motherfuckers.
Yes,
Right,
I-
you know what we
It's
got
a
going
crapshoot.
on for
It's
the
a
most
crapshoot.
part.
I
We
agree.
take a lot
I've
of chances with
dodged
y'all
one.
motherfuckers.
Like
Yeah,
I've had a
so,
situation
a
where I
little dick?
almost wasted a body. Yeah.
Exactly, and I'll be like, hold on, wait, no.
I
You
did
know
not
what's
wait.
going.
So
You know
so
what's
when he-
going on. I'm not doing
So
that.
when he pulled it out, you say, "Oh no."
Yeah.
Mini
No.
Mike.
Yes.
You say my girl just died.
I gotta go.
You either
I
gotta
gotta
get a
go.
picture at some
And
point, or
first
you
of
gotta
all-
do the sneaky feel grab. and
Exactly.
yeah.
Thank you.
Right.
That's
But
what
how
I'm
about
gonna say.
How about if you're what's they say?
A girl not a shower, your dick should be hard if I'm grabbing it.
Exactly.
Oh,
When you
exactly.
see me, you
It's
should.
grabbing
The
no
thought of
soft
me
dick.
should excite you.
No,
I just
but-
had this
how
conversation
about
on
if-
Twitter
You
today.
can't
You can tell
I
if a nigga is hard as a
can't
rock and small.
Exactly.
Because I got different levels of hard.
Sure.
No, hold on. I am. Some women like it's crazy. It's this one girl I used to date. Right? I didn't even like her like that. Like, but physically, yeah. And it's been some women that I really, really liked, but physically they didn't do it to me. So like they would have to have like full. We would have to go through
I
like.
get what
And
you're
that's what I'm
saying.
saying.
Yeah,
I
it
just,
wasn't
I
the
just had
one.
this conversation
Okay.
with somebody on Twitter today. Like, I used to say that to people, like, no, like, the people that I've dealt with, the people that I've had intercourse with, they see me, or, you know, I'm near them, and they're hard. I'm not, because what was that tweet? Where it was like, you sucking dick,
on the soft
from
side.
scratch.
Oh, from
You
scratch.
You sucking
Yeah,
dick from
this
scratch.
is such a dick from scratch.
First of all,
wild.
I don't suck dick. Stop the throat, 2018.
That's her hashtag.
Is
That's
that-
her movement. Hashtag stop the throat.
Stop the throat.
Hold on, wait a second.
Stop the throat. Go ahead and park that thing. Right?
Stop the throat. But, you know, when I used to do that,
You really don't suck dick anymore?
Sabrae, listen, look at me. Look at me.
You must be single.
I am.
Okay, then that makes sense.
We're gonna park this right here.
But I wasn't.
Get the fuck
At the
out
clear
of here.
point.
Get to the white guys. Okay, we need.
I can understand if you didn't suck his dick. Because that's like
No,
racist in itself. Like, I'm never submitting.
my God.
I didn't either.
I
I
do
feel
not
Like,
matter.
it wasn't. Like, it was. Like,
I
it
envisioned
literally
it would
was
be like rolling up a piece of bologna and just.
No. Like, it was not. Like, I don't understand.
Okay, so wait. Okay, so let's get back to it. Oh, I'm sorry.
Babysitting.
So,
There's too
let me
much
get back to it.
estrogen in this motherfucker. I'm choking.
That is really thing in the water.
No, okay, so you said he had racist fat. I have a strong belief, and I have a theory that I believe is true. Every white person, no matter if they're not white or not, they have a racist in their family. They grew up hearing racist rhetoric, and I believe that it's difficult, and I'm talking about black, racism towards black people. And I think that it's difficult to just throw that all away. I mean, let's be honest, everything in a person's life you can draw back to their childhood. Whether it's good, bad, right, or wrong, if you're the only child, it affects you in a certain way as an adult. If you, play by yourself a lot, or if you had a lot of siblings, all of those things affect you into adulthood. And I feel like having a racist in your family, unless you have serious counseling, therapy, or whatever, I believe that something will always be in the back of your mind. Something will always be there. Do you agree with that?
No.
I will say, with him telling me about his family dynamic, he has two brothers. Him and his older brother, they separated themselves from they have their own relationship, and his family, like, they live in like South Carolina now.
Yeah.
And then they have a younger brother, and he was like, his younger brother is like skinhead and all that.
See, that's too close. That's too
Exactly.
close.
Exactly.
That's too close.
But he says him and his older brother, they are far removed from that.
Yeah.
They don't.
And let's
deal
be
with
clear,
that.
racism to a lot of these racists is like a religion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's deeper than just like thoughts of or like insults.
Like, it's a
and
difference
stuff.
between ignorance and stupidity. Like,
But But what does that have to do with her relationship with him? Because I've dealt with women.
I'm using that example and making a general statement as far as it can
you said that was too close.
Yeah. That's immediate. Like I'm talking about, like there are people like their grandparents' races or like their father race, but like your whole family and then your brother, that's really close. Cause
so you think the racism like might rub off, or you're thinking about like if you procreate or create a family, there's no way that you can actually coexist.
That's how the kids become racist.
Right.
It's learned behavior from the
right.
kids. So
you would want to say something, Shanae. You want to say something? I don't know.
No, her time is up. Let's go.
Wait a minute. I set the tone. I didn't speak about my white man experience.
Come reverse. Reverse card. Uno card.
You did like this. So I thought that you wanted to say something, but okay. How did that experience go? Yatta, did you want to go after that?
You been with a white nigga?
No. So how was your experience dating outside of your race? And what'd you do with it? Well, you said at the end you do want to be with a black man.
So how was dinner?
I got you, queen. I got you, queen.
How was the dinner?
Okay, so when I used to work at Pepco, and I met a white guy. He was very nice.
Chandler? Was his name Chandler?
It was Dave.
He thinks every white man's name is Chandler. I just want you to know that.
His name is David. Okay.
David.
No, it was David.
We gonna call him David.
And it was very weird. Like, I guess he would try to flirt with me at work, but he would just say weird things. Like, I had a short haircut and a perm at that point.
I can only imagine.
And he would be like, "Oh, you look like Rihanna." And then when I would have like tracks, he would call me Nicki Minaj. It was very weird. Oh my God. But we dated. He gave me, I was young. I was like 20, 21 maybe.
I was the same age.
And he started giving me a little bit of coins, a little here and there. We went on a couple dates, but then he got weird. His penis was very small. We did not have sex, but I saw it and I was concerned. And he continues to email me randomly to see if my email still works.
Get her ass out of here.
First of all, it's no disclaimers.
You right.
No, she said it was very small and I was concerned.
Did he have a baby penis syndrome? Like, that's what she is.
Just like that,
it was real bad. But I had another experience with a white man who I met at work. Like I said, I'm a dancer.
I can tell this is the opposite. He was the opposite of David. Okay, go ahead. This was Goliath.
Get out! Get out!
Oh my nigga, God. That's my nigga, man.
I can't say his name.
Okay, don't say
it's all with a Goliath.
We're going to call it Goliath. That's it. Goliath. That's it.
You say it was Goliath. But I met him at work, and I didn't even have the opportunity to turn down his advances because before I even sat down, he had already purchased a private room. We talked. He wanted to sniff me, and I collected my coins. I exchanged numbers because he came in that club in a suit, and it was a ratchet club, and I was like, "Oh, you're looking for me, obviously. You do not want a hood rat, and I'm the one for you." And, he contacted me. We went out on a date, and...
Where y'all go?
I think it's called Sullivan's Steakhouse in
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Oh, he got okay.
That's what...
Hey.
So we went on a date, and at that point, I used something on my face, something new, and my face kind of broke out. You couldn't really tell, but he was like, "Okay, I can tell that, you're interested in, taking care of yourself, and I think you need to be pampered. All expense trip to the Four Seasons, everything, like the massage, the facials, all the foods, all the champagne, everything." Mm-hmm. And that was just, that really just set the tone for our interactions. Beyonce, second row, me and my friend, more spa days, Louis bags, okay, the Epi, Alma, all right. Mm-hmm. So it was just that. But aside from the material things, he listened. He was very caring. He was much older than me. But he didn't think he was a sugar daddy. I tried to tell him he was. But he was very nice. And I think this is the big thing. And I'm not saying that there aren't black guys that are out there who have this mindset. I just haven't met them. Mm-hmm. But he was interested in doing for my son. It wasn't just about me. It wasn't just about the physical. He was ready to move me into his penthouse condo.
Mm-hmm.
He was ready to put my son in the best private school in Baltimore when I moved. And he just treated me better than anyone that I ever have dealt with.
So what the hell happened?
Yeah.
I just couldn't. He was white. I couldn't have my son looking up to a white man as his primary role model. I could not. I couldn't sleep with that. Because I am so black. Like, I hate to be that person, but that's not a part of my brand.
That is
It is not. And if he was the same age, with the same occupation, with the same intentions for our relationship, and he was black.
If he was black, basically.
I'd have been right up in there. I would have been looking over the harbor.
We live in a system, right before you go, Yatta, we live in a system where they have the majority of the wealth. So who knows if the playing field was even and leveled out, if our men would do the same thing. I think that they would. And
there's black men out here that do that.
Generationally, yes, there are. But I'm saying in mass because they have a reputation of having the majority of the wealth. And statistically, they do have most of the wealth. It came off our ancestors' backs, but they carry most of the wealth in this country, so they are able to do those things. And a lot of our men want to do that. But the way the economy is set up and the way the corporate America is set up and all of that, the means are not always there to do all of those things. But yes, but it's not like our men don't want to. But Yatta, real quick, and then after Yatta, because Yatta want to say something.
We know your stance on it.
Oh no, I was just want to say a good thing.
Say it later.
AJ said it the other day. Yo, if a man is into you, he want to spend money on you.
Oh, absolutely.
You're never going to hear and it doesn't matter.
It's never going to be y'all. You did what for that shit?
But but economically, black men are the most deprived. Like they're the highest unemployed, and all of this is not because they're less than.
That's very much
because
true.
It's systematic.
Yeah. So how is that held against us?
But
I'm just pointing that out.
No, to you.
No, but it's like you said.
We're saying that's a factor when it comes to our relationship because we literally can't. Just like black women can't hold a man down like Susie supporting your acting career. We literally don't have the means to support you for 7 years until you make it big. So we're not saying that. And it wasn't just, like I said, it wasn't just the financial. Every time I see him, he sent me a thank you note after our date. Like, I really appreciate spending time. It was those things.
Yeah. Yatta, you were going to say something?
Yeah, I can't get jiggy with that shit. I'm just going to let you know.
Okay.
I've dated, I've never dated a white guy. I've dated, guys who have been, biracial, half black, half Peruvian situations.
They're black.
But I know, but honestly, weirdly enough, though, you can get that same degree of racism from their family, too. I dated a guy who was half black and half Peruvian, and his mother was the Peruvian one. His father was black. And his mother just really did not want him dating a black girl, at all. She didn't want him dating a black girl.
Man.
Right, but she took all that black mule to make that kid, though. But it was just okay, sure, whatever. But, it would be to the point where, I would be around her, and she would, whenever I was around her and him, she would always talk to him in Spanish. So that, and I feel like that's hella rude. You know what I'm saying? That's super rude for you to do that. It's I know, come on, dog. It's really not that serious. So he would always respond in English. Because I think he was just trying to put me at ease that she wasn't talking shit about me. But still, it's why are you doing that? But she's always just acted real standoffish to me until he was in school and he was going to school in North Carolina, and me and my homegirl was going down there for the weekend just to turn up and stuff like that with some friends, and we was probably going to see him and his friends while we were down there. Then all of a sudden it's, hey sweetie, because she needed me to drop this bag of clothes off to him, stuff like that. But it's just for me, I just feel like nobody can do, I just have this undeniable for black men. I just can't do it. I can't do it. I've never, and it'd be sometimes you see fine white dudes and it'd be okay, yeah, you torch for what, I'd be you torch for what you are, but no.
It'd be some good looking white dudes. I ain't gonna lie.
I've seen some fine
who
white
y'all
guys.
think is a good looking white dude? Brad Pitt? George
Back in
Clooney?
the day, maybe Brad Pitt.
And I'm just going off for you be the man of the year.
Brad Pitt was
David Beckham.
David Beckham looked good, and he just gotta keep his mouth closed as far as that. But it's magic. Take that with a grain of salt. They look good, but not better than.
I just can't. It's nothing.
I don't think. See, I don't look at it like I'm having a struggle with interracial dating because I feel that.
Speak up a little bit.
Okay, you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I'm struggling now. Now where I am with. What did you say? This political climate. I'm not explaining shit to no white man. Everybody knows what the fuck is racist or what the fuck is right and what the fuck is wrong. If you say some wild ass shit about black people, No, I can't do that.
Right. Ain't nobody about to break check you,
I
bro.
can't.
Like,
I can't do
a
that.
white hotep. I mean, a female hotep. Yeah.
What, a black person or?
No, he was white. I went on a date with this one white guy, and he was like ready. Basically, he just got out of a relationship with a black woman who had his child, and she ran for the border for obvious reasons after he sent me all these crazy text messages. But we went on one date. He expressed an interest. I told him, that's, you were nice, but I'm really not interested in that way. We can be friends. And he was okay with it. And then on Father's Day, I think he was having a moment because he's a single dad. And that's kind of like very rare in their community. And he was just going through the motions and he was just lashing out. And he was just like, I had a big house. I have a nice car. I would have done all this. You missed out. And you're a female hotep, because I told him, like, ultimately, I want to be with a black man. And I tried it. You were a nice guy.
People really
but it's just not for me. And he really, really, really lashed out. He told me I was on coke and criticized my career choice and just went on and on and on. And that didn't deter me from going out with another white guy, but that's never going to be my first choice. Yeah. I love black men.
Can I say this? Yeah. So I feel like at our age, why even go out with them? Like, are we dating to marry? Do you feel like at our age, or we just dating just to say?
No, I feel like you shouldn't do that.
I feel like you have to be open.
Maybe women shouldn't, but I mean, I guess if men like seeking out, because I feel like men are deemed womanizers or playing games if they're just not dating for.
With a purpose.
Yeah.
Y'all are demonized if you're fucking and you're giving off the vibe, or you're misleading people. But if we go on one date, if you fuck a woman,
you give off that vibe.
No, that's not true.
I'm not saying for all. Have you ever dealt with a woman and fucked her?
Say again?
Have you ever dealt with a woman and fucked her? So you have no experience.
Well, and I'm clingy. I'm telling you now.
Some of these niggas are giving you the full, like, trying to make a girlfriend.
Right.
But sometimes
you give a nigga the cootie and he do the same.
You just giving them dick and that's it. And that's enough. Kind of what she said. Women settle because it's so many, it's not the choices are not plentiful for you. It's hard for men to settle down. Y'all may think it's an excuse. That's why I feel like the numbers are skewed. It's 10 women to 1 man.
Where?
In a lot of places. A lot of major cities, honestly.
So you think about it, it's like, okay, yeah, I can have you. I have Tania said it. We can kind of like pick and choose where y'all have to kind of like.
But that's the thing, and that's all I was saying when it came to dating. Just so that y'all niggas know, we have options too. Because I think guys think
I was a king 20 minutes ago.
And you still are.
Okay?
Beloved. My love.
Beloved.
Hello, my loves.
I love you for real. But I'm going to be honest.
Yeah. You want that.
Not so that we can go and get married. I'm sorry. You
did.
But just so that y'all know, because if I go on a date and I say to a black man, oh, I only date black guys, it may be subconsciously. He knows what you used to, what you're going to accept, and that
the fuck would
you
tell
going to
him
deal with me.
Exactly. First of all,
I'm not telling his ass
don't
that boy. I date all racist nigga. Anybody can get it.
That's all I'm saying. We need to be out there because we need to make this dating thing, more competitive. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying like everybody else.
Point.
No, it's not to prove a point. It's to give ourselves.
I heard her out. She said that
you're not listening if you're talking. How can you hear me?
I can multitask. Okay.
No, not in that way.
He's a black man.
Not only because Shanae said that for herself, she can only. Am I correct? You can only see yourself at the end of the day with a black.
Right, but that's no different from a Jewish man who knows when he's done dating and it's time to get married, he's going to marry a Jewish woman. He may date a Muslim woman, a Spanish woman, a black woman, but when it's time to get married and he's serious,
procreate.
But we are
he's going to that. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is women, black women, don't deny yourself the opportunity to go out on a date, have an experience with a person. If you're settling down to get married, it's only going to click with one person. So why limit yourself? And if you do fall in love with somebody, with a person of a different race, don't deny yourself that opportunity or that experience. If you choose to be with that person, or if you don't, for whatever reason, don't deny yourself an experience, because no black man is out here denying himself of any experience, because, there's a small percentage, but everybody out here is weighing their options, whether it's a car, a house, a job. You're going to see what the fuck is out there before you commit to anything. So why aren't black women doing the same thing when it comes to relationships? If you want to be married, your chances are higher if you date and include other races. I'm not saying...
I just look at it, if I'm going to waste my time with niggas before I settle down, I'm going to waste my time with niggas before I settle down. Like, I don't want to waste my time with white men.
You can waste your time with a nigga and be at Fridays, or you can waste your time with a white man or a Spanish man.
I can waste my time with a nigga.
Go hiking and go
But I can do that with my nigga, though.
You think I've been to Great Falls?
Italy.
I know exactly where Sullivan's was. Like,
but my thing is, it's niggas doing that shit too, for real, just because it's just not my thing, because it's not my thing. Like, I just don't feel like, I mean, at this juncture in life, I'm dating with a purpose, like, realistically, like, so the people I'm trying to meet are, like, I'm auditioning husbands.
But do you date multiple people? I think that's another thing that black women don't do a lot. They don't date multiple. I have a problem with that. Because that's the way to maximize your time.
But we get Thursday. You get tunnel vision, and a lot of times, because I'm a person who's not a good I'm not a good dater.
What's
because
your
what
sign?
happens is Scorpio.
Oh, I don't know.
What happens is
you're rare. It's a lot of women out here dating multiple.
I can't do it.
My thing is, I can start out that way, but what happens is niggas always cancel themselves out, and it's never gonna be like dating multiple guys. Like, I might be dating a guy, and it might be like 2 niggas that text me or something like that. But if I'm taken to one dude, even though we haven't made it official, but
if I like him and he's doing all the things that I like in a man,
then
the other ones tend to kind of stop getting.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of attention to give to a man, period, right now. So then on top of that, it's like, look, I can't divvy it up between, like, if people be like, oh yeah, I'm dating 7 niggas at a time. It's like, I can't even find 7 niggas that I like simultaneously. Like,
I can't even like 2 at the same time.
Right, niggas will get 72 hours in my life and already be canceled. So it's like, realistically, I can't.
But that's how you should date. I had a problem dating because I did long-term relationships. Like, I had the same boyfriend in high school. Then when I went to college, I met my daughter's father at orientation, and we were together for 4 years. And then once we broke up, like, I know how to be single, but I didn't know how to date.
See, yeah.
And that's why I never get, like, if you're not in a relationship, you can date.
You can, but what happens with women is we often if we get fulfilled by a guy, even if he's not our man, we don't really, like, you won't see a purpose in, like, meeting new guys, even though you have the window to do so. It's like, don't throw all your hoes away, just you gotta put the motherfuckers on the back burner.
And even if you are specifically interested in one guy more than anybody else, you still have to keep your options open. And I know that's the thing a lot of women do not do. I don't do it. I don't know how. But we play ourselves when we get into committed relationships with people who aren't committed to us. Whether it's emotional,
play ourselves. Oh. I just had this conversation. I can show you the text thread where I admitted to that.
But yeah, I mean, we have to. That's all I'm saying. We have to give ourselves the chance. We have to be strategic.
Or if you're going to do that, just understand that that's what it is. Realistically, like, for me, I just have that understanding, like, okay, we're not together. Technically, you can do what you want to do. I can do what I want to do. But if I choose to just allow you to be the person that I give my free time to, that's on me. But I'm also not. But a lot of women can't make that.
It's on our race.
But a lot of women can't make that distinguishment, like, between, okay, look, this is, like, you're in your head, we're committed, but you're not. But for me, I don't take it to that level. I just know, okay, I'm giving you my time because I like you.
Real quick, I want to say something because I didn't get a chance to say something yet. I will say, for the people, I'm not the interracial dating police. You date who you want. You love who you want. You know where I stand as far as that. But if you're out there dating interracially, especially for black women, no, I'm not even going to say especially for black women. Black people, understand if you are trying to figure out if this is a fetish relationship or if this is somebody who really wants to be with you. You know, you're going to have situations with their family 9 times out of 10. They're not going to accept you. Understand that they may not accept your child if you end up procreating with this person. Just understand, weigh out all the options. I mean, it's like I to do research for this episode, I watched a lot of videos of black women who've dated white people. I heard the good, the bad, and the ugly. Of course, you got some people that's like, oh, it's the best thing ever, da-da-da, which is like, you don't know if they're like bedwinchy or if they are just being, because they generally, a lot of times when you hear someone who's like a bedwitch type of rhetoric is like,
what's a bedwitch?
Negro bedwitch.
A Negro bedwitch is a black woman who, just like a coon is a black man who only prefers to date white women because of how shitty or whatever black women are. A Negro bad wench is a black woman who degrades black men, who prefers white men to either, you know, whatever, because it's like it ups their status. They want biracial babies. They feel like white men are superior. They feel like they're better, and black men are, you know, thugs and whatever the case is. Those are Negro bad wenches. And
they want their baby to have good hair.
Yeah, that too. You know, that too.
Right,
so
fuck that
dumb shit.
Yeah, and I watched a lot of, and I watched videos of people talking about it. I was finding a lot of at bed witches would be like, oh, you know, I dated this white man and he was so great in the beginning. He was such a provider. He was so nice. I've never experienced this dating black men. But then it's like they get married. And then a couple of months into the marriage, they want to do what they call race play in the bedroom. They want to call them a nigga. They want to treat them like a slave. No, it's called race play. It's a real thing, and you guys should Google it if you don't think I'm bullshit.
I know what it is.
So
they want to get their ass
and then they're like, okay, well, I'm married, but I don't know what to do. Like, this is my husband. I don't want to, you know, go out on my marriage like this, but I feel uncomfortable. And you know, they get into these predicaments. You know, a lot of times they end up abusing their children because they don't value black children the way they value white children. You just have to always be aware of all of these odds when it comes to dating outside your race. They have a different culture, you know what I'm saying, than we do a lot of times, and they may not understand you. So,
give them back to God. That's what I'm doing. Give his ass back to God.
I'm just saying.
I think women should date whoever they want to. I'm not opposed to women seeking out other cultures, ethnicities. Like, I really.
Part, like
that's it. Well, I'm seeking out. No, that's the thing is, I tell women.
Like, if you meet somebody, you meet them.
The issue with women is y'all don't listen. Y'all don't listen to shit, especially when men give y'all advice. Because seriously, women be like, I'm looking for a good man or this and that, and I be like, you're not supposed to be looking. He's going to find you.
Oh yeah.
And so even like what y'all just said, and I'm not trying to throw it back in your face, but y'all kind of said, if you are dating multiple people, you kind of give your most of your majority of the time, you know, to that one person. It's kind of like subconsciously, you don't mean to do it, but like, you don't want to spread yourself thin. That's when I go back to like, well, y'all kind of setting yourselves up. You can't put that on men. You got to be held accountable. Like,
that's why I said I also have the mind state to know what is what. Like, I don't take it like if we haven't made it official exclusive, that I don't take it that way.
But that's you. You're in the minority,
right? But I have to speak for myself. I can't. I know that when a lot of times women will do that and they kind of jump the gun with it. If he hasn't made a commitment to you, he's not committed to you. And call it what it is.
And there's another thing that's why I lost my thought earlier. This is my experience. Before I even lost my virginity, because of my body shape, the fact that I didn't talk to a lot of people didn't even know me, who I was dating, what I was doing. Tons of rumors were spread about me, calling me promiscuous. She walked like she do this and all this other stuff. So that really made me very guarded when it came to dating. So I didn't feel comfortable even dating two guys at one time because I already knew that, that's what a lot of black women are perceived as, promiscuous, especially if you're curvy, you know what I'm saying? Or if you're sassy, or if you dance in public. All of these things, you know, it's this Madonna whore complex. So I feel like that's another reason why a lot of black women aren't comfortable dating multiple guys, especially should a guy find out that you're dating multiple guys. It's like you're automatically written off like, oh, she a hoe, I'm not going to commit to her.
Also distinguish that dating multiple guys doesn't mean you're having sex with all those guys.
Right, but that's the assumption.
It's so hard for other people. Like, that's what I'm saying.
Definitely
it's so
the
hard.
assumption.
People make it so hard for
it's just so far-fetched.
Like you can't have sex. Like, you can't not have sex.
Hey.
Like, Drake made a whole song about, like, calling out whether he was sleep. This is Drake. Always talking about 7 to 8 women per song. Let me come out with a song where I'm asking 8 niggas, do they love me? Do they want to say, oh, my mixtape is never coming out?
Honestly, it's
Queen Naja said she gonna call up Brian.
Queen Naja is also light skin with long hair.
She gonna text Lorenzo. I was was like, "I bitch."
Right, it's
different
cute.
from
It's
Latinas.
cute when they say
Yeah.
it's feisty.
No, it's
but
not. It's
Yes,
I'm
it's
just saying,
society
come on
wise.
now.
It's not
I
society.
was
What,
just saying,
what
do your
niggas
thing,
y'all
sis.
listening to? What? No, it's not.
Maybe not in your circle, but
No,
they
'cause
out.
No,
niggas
it's
really
not
do
in
make
the men's circle,
assumptions.
whether you're Latina, white, or black. And I'm not saying it's right, but if you fucking
It's
every
more
nigga that you dating, they're gonna
accepted.
say you a hoe.
They willing to take that risk. They not taking
Yes.
a risk on a brown skinned, bald headed girl with the smart mouth. They gonna take a risk
What?
on. They gonna take that risk on the Spanish girl because if you win,
No, because
you look better.
No,
First
because
of
if
all,
you
how
look at her,
many-
she gonna get pregnant. I
How
don't want
many,
to take my
how
chance
many
on her.
black, how many dark
alone.
or black looking African American looking Amber Roses are there?
It's only one.
She African.
First of all,
No, she's
first of all,
not.
she
She's
doesn't
Polish.
claim. First of all,
I don't
she
give- I
doesn't-
don't give a
no,
fuck
her-
what she claims.
No. Listen, she does not claim. You can look at interviews and she'll tell you that she's not a black woman. She does not identify as a black woman.
I could
But
say the
point
sky
is-
not blue. The fact
Okay,
still
but
remains that
the
the sky
fact
blue.
is, the fact
not
is,
viewed as a black
she's not even
woman.
viewed right as
I
a
mean,
black
when I
woman.
see
She's
her-
not
But she
perceived.
What's she
doesn't
viewed
But
as?
she doesn't position herself
Exotic.
either, and that's
Exotic,
where,
non-black.
and that's where it matters though, because if you're not perpetuating all of that shit that she be doing as a black woman, it's not perceived as coming from a black woman, so it's not gonna get the same
Yes.
reception as if it came from one of us.
So we don't call Kim Kardashian a hoe?
They have called
They
her a
have,
hoe.
We all-
but niggas still fuck with her.
And
Well,
if
how
you
many-
have the
And,
opportunity,
and all of them
for
niggas
it.
are clowns to me. I'm like, it's everyone calls Kim Kardashian a hoe. She ain't black.
The point that
But
I'm
these
making,
are
that's not-
outliers though. These are
But
the
they
exceptions
are.
and not the
But I'm
rules.
saying
Like,
that there are, okay, there's some of them exotic looking women that are called hoes, but you rarely ever see a black looking black woman that's making moves out here dating prominent men like a Kim Kardashian, like a Amber Rose, who are dating,
a hoe.
and they keep going, they keep going back and forth with all of these
same
prominent,
ones.
the prominent. They
But you
know
see niggas keep taking
you
that
can
gamble
go-
with that
You
bitch,
can
though.
go on
Before she
exactly. You
married
go to shame
Ryan.
room to see everybody she's dealt with, but niggas will still do it. But if she looked like me, they would be like, "Oh, you can't fuck with that bitch. She a hoe."
she ran through.
My man
I
fucked
just-
her.
Exactly.
Like-
And not just be that
Exactly.
same man ain't even fuck whole time.
Right.
though.
That is the case. That
Because
is the
his
case.
dick was little when we grabbed it. Like,
Look at this body shaming. Look at this.
I am
Oh, well.
body shaming. I'm shaming
Oh,
your
well.
body.
I ain't mad. I have nothing to do
Your
with
body,
it.
your father's body.
Oh, but that's the problem. People keep having sex with little dick men, and then they
And
keep
making
acting
more
like
little
and making
dick
it.
babies.
They keep normalizing it.
So
No,
let me
That's
ask
like
you-
when y'all get mad when
Stop
people
it.
keep
Stop
giving
it.
ugly fat women like all that
No.
attention, and them bitches be ugly, but because they ass be fat, niggas gas them, and now they think they bad.
It's the same thing.
No, but it's just like, but no.
Niggas with small dicks need love too, though.
No.
And they need
not
money
for-
to
no.
buy bigger dicks.
No.
No, I was
Yes,
just saying
this
because,
time.
like, when
No.
you, Yatta, you never heard, like, a man, like, women being, we'd say, oh, she don't have no titties, or, like, she's shaped like a boy. It's like, oh, why you going to her, or she don't have no hips, this and that. How am I going you? You was born like that. You didn't choose to have a unorthodox body. You know what I'm saying?
What's
I don't-
unorthodox?
You know what I'm saying?
Tried it out.
I, y'all, what I say, I like women tall, fat, short, like this and that. I can't go on you because you got a chest the size of my son.
Gabby's
It's
to
not
the bay.
hard on it,
Gabby's
but
to the bay.
that's-
You
that's
out
some-
there.
You have
So
to
we
live
gotta
with
yeah,
it. I don't got
perfect,
nothing to
yeah.
do. I don't
Yeah,
got nothing to
yeah,
do with that. That's your issue.
It's a lot of
You
people
got
in
nothing
love
for you,
with
but that's
little
there's
dicks.
no
that.
play in
That's not
this
what
ride.
I don't have to deal with that.
But if we did accept the little dicks, maybe we wouldn't have to date outside our
No.
race. No.
I
My
mean,
thing is,
I
I'm
don't-
gonna give
it's a
it
lot
up
of
on my
good
wrist, but
men
never
with
on
little
my
dicks.
wait a minute.
Maybe.
Do you
You know
know
the
too
title of the show, right?
How long is this?
What is it?
Miniature dicks. This is
Miniature
you gotta be
dicks.
that's gonna be a lot of clickbait right there.
Mini dicks.
Mini dicks.
Is that have we came to a conclusion? on
Yeah.
that?
No.
Yeah.
All right. Can we come up with the
Little Meat Mania.
Oh my God.
the title?
Little Meat Mania.
Is that
I like mini dicks.
It's an
mini
epidemic.
dick? You like mini dicks?
Get
Oh,
woke.
here you go, see.
Okay.
You got a podcast.
Okay.
Thank you for sharing that.
Okay.
Sean. That took a lot of courage.
Yes.
Wait,
Today.
what?
Thank you
No,
so
slow-
much. We're gonna wrap up the show right now.
Slow it down.
On that note, we're gonna wrap up the show.
You about to load up.
Are you a grower or a shower? I have the.
Wow, she got the one that's
Like, no, I'm
Can
playing. Can we cut it? Can we cut it?
I don't have no hey.
I don't have no A. I don't want to know. I'm sorry. I was joking. Don't tell me.
Okay. I don't really want to know. either.
Can we not?
As
But
far
are
as
we dating outside our race or not? That was,
no.
I'm not.
Yes.
I don't know.
We know,
We
we
know
know you
we
are.
open.
No,
we
but I'm
trying
open.
to-
But I know the show is about black women. I can't say because I've dated like
We
I
know
know we gotta
you
wrap it. Okay. I'm saying women, do y'all thing. If men are, I just don't think the reason y'all should do it because men do it. you could be missing out on
We
opportunities
never
on
said
love.
nothing about doing
didn't-
it because of men. We
Hold
just
on.
said-
Have y'all seen a black woman dating an Asian man or a
Yes.
Latino? That happens? Oh, okay.
I just know I have zero intention of ever marrying anybody else I'm race, so I'm not even waste my time. Like
Y'all listen, she ain't gonna waste on the body. If I have no intention of marrying you, why would I waste a body on you?
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm on the fence.
'Cause
You on the
bills-
fence?
Yeah.
Okay.
You on the fence about wasting a body?
I'm on the fence. She said it all. I'm on the fence.
I can't. I'm
I'm a
scared
virgin.
because I don't want to grow a mixed bag. I'm sorry. I sound like
What?
such a-
See, I
You
know.
see, she all over the place.
Am I?
This little jambalaya.
It is. No, because it
It's
can be
different.
confusing to some kids. It can be confusing, especially if it's a white and black situation. It can be very.
that DNA gonna be in my
One of
DNA forever. It's,
One
I
of
ain't
my very best
scared.
friends is mixed. Her mom's white and her dad's black. But I don't think she's ever had, like, identity issues at
My
all.
son thinks he's white.
He said, he's not even white.
My son
No,
thinks
he's
his
not
father
even
is white
mixed
because he's
Because-
lighter.
No,
Like,
he just
it's
looks
weird.
at his. He just looks at his skin. So he
Yeah.
calls people like I'm like you know.
And that's
you
proof
have
that
Asian in
racism
you,
is taught and
you have,
colorism
you're
is
El
taught.
Salvadorian. You're black. He's like, no, I'm white. I'm like, well, if you think you're white, I'm fine with that, son.
Shout out to Bino. Don't do my baby like that. Shout out to baby.
When he gets older, you gonna tell him.
I know these ain't
gonna
black
break the
guys.
news.
No, my
Yeah.
daughter did that too. She would call my grandmother her white grandmother,
Mm-hmm.
and she would call her dad's mother her brown grandma.
Okay.
Not even black. She just looking at like.
Yeah. She's
Yeah.
like, like she would be on the phone. She's like, yeah, I'm on my way to my white grandma's house.
I said, Johnny,
Is
like,
she just
Mama,
light
you're
skinned?
light, and then they want
No, that's the thing.
Oh,
like
wow.
my mom's mother, her skin is like really pretty brick red. It's always been like that.
Oh, wow.
I was like,
That's her call.
and I thought she was talking about my dad's mom because she's like really lame. I'm like, cool. She's like, no, I'm going to my white grandma's house.
Okay. That's interesting.
I'm like,
Well,
Don't
let's
do
have
Jay.
fun.
Shout out
Does
to
she
Jay.
wear white a lot?
no.
You know what?
I don't know.
I don't.
She like we gonna get to the
Yeah,
bottom of
figure
this.
Ray.
But thank y'all so much for watching the show. Thank you for listening. Make sure you follow our lovely guests on social
Yes.
media. And the rest of us, make sure you follow us as well. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe button and share with your friends. They need to know about the show. And we will see you next time on No Disclaimers Podcast. Thank you so much.